welcome to your weekly specials video roundup with me, your boy WookiE of the XXXL variety, where I go through the specials on the Evetech store and give you my top 10 picks. Starting off with the top 10 at number 10, it's a casual power supply. It's pretty casual in price, 3-year warranty as well. It's quite nice to have. This is going to be good for like the majority of systems that don't have like fat boy GPUs. If you're going like a double slot and you need a 6-pin, 8-pin, or more than that, or like 2 8-pins, then this is probably not the GPU for you, or the PSU for your GPU. But if you look at the 12-volt rail, it's actually quite healthy. I've actually just had a run in with the power supply recently that only had 240 watts. So as soon as you try and power the graphics card, it's like, well, no, because your power for your GPU and your CPU are coming off that 12-volt rail. So 486 watt actually is quite a lot. So if you've got like a 65 watt TDP chip like CPU and like a middle of the range graphics card like a 1660 for instance, that's going to be absolutely perfect for you. 80 plus efficiency, 3-year warranty, and it's got some RGB. At number 9 is something that's super criminally unhealthily underrated, the Arozzi Velocità. This is like one of the coolest things I've ever used. It connects to your chair, so you don't need a whole play seat, and then your chair can become a normal chair after the fact, and then you only have to store that like that. And so I've got mine stored in like my little walk-in cupboard kind of area, which is pretty cool with everything on it, so that I can just connect it up, which is probably what I'm going to do this weekend, is go and crash in the E30, which is just too much fun. But this is what makes it too much fun, because I've got the TMX Force on there, because somehow I conned Uncle Evetech into giving me a setup with this on it, and it's sick. It's disgusting. This is only $3,200 and you've got like a full sim set seat thing, everything. Normally the seats are like 10k. It's like Hannah Montana, you get the best of both worlds here. At number 8, it's a great way to keep things cool with the A400. This is particularly good for our Intel braves, and at the moment, Intel's become like a really good deal. The price points at the moment for like 11600 and 11700 are kind of nutty. They're quite a lot cheaper than Team Red. So yeah, if you want to keep those cool without destroying your wallet, this is a good way to do that. Especially because the copper block, or the actual cooling block, it's never going anywhere. It's metal. Unless you throw it off a building, that's the only way you're going to be able to break it. So you're going to have good cooling for as long as you want, practically. And then you just, well, as long as the bracket and stuff is supported. But you can just throw a 120mm fan on the front, and they still give you a 3-year warranty with that. That's a lot of confidence in a fan. At number 7, it's a great way to connect up your home with TP-Link. They have improved significantly. I would have sworn you off of them in the old days, but now the performance as well as the user friendliness of the new interface and stuff is fantastic. I did a deep dive on the AX1500, which is exactly the same as the setup wise, just this has a USB port added on, which is kind of nice for a failover, but the internals and the functions and all of that sort of stuff should be pretty similar. This is just a little bit more powerful than that, and 2-year warranty, $1,800. You're basically paying a rand per megabit worth of Wi-Fi with other features. It's not bad. At number 6, it's the best budget wireless gaming headset you can get pretty much ever in the history of man. I don't know about that, but it's close. I'm pretty sure it's in the top 3, because for $600, this thing's kind of disgusting. Your boy does a review of it, so if you want to see more, just check out that. But trust, I've had a number of mates buy this, and for the price, there's just nothing like it. Staying with some awesome audio at number 5, it's Monster. Really good brand. They OEM'd Dr. Dre and Lady Gaga and a whole bunch of other random things, but they've taken all of that R&D that other people have paid for and then put it into their own product, which I think is very smart and I kind of like, because yeah, these are good. These are very good. Every single person that's used or that I've given one to, etc., has just come back and said, dude, this thing is actually kind of sick, and it really is. Especially that lock-in into the ear. This part, I thought it would be gimmicky and there would be a mold seam on there that would be sharp and then it would cut my ear. None of that. It was really comfortable, and I've got like a thing about it because I have had ear problems since I was born and had grommets until I was 3, and what's my first 3 years of my life, I had to have stuff crawling in my ears because of how bad my ears are. So take it from that, yeah, these are good. And number 4, it's something that I really want to review badly, and hopefully we're getting samples. I've actually just sent it to the marketing boys. I'm keen on this because this price point and spec and everything here looks, well, flipping awesome. It's lighter than the Sensei 10. It's about the same weight. It's got a nice hump in the middle, and it's got that Pixel 3389. Yes, it's not the PAW 3370, which is going to be all the rage, but at the moment this looks good. And did I mention that it's got like lift-off distance modification and like a whole bunch of cool looking things in here? But I think that this is at 1,000 Rand though. At the current price point, it looks disgusting. I'm not sure if that's I'm pretty sure it's not a ProFlex cable, so just watch out for that. But yeah, just look at just read there. Just read there. It just looks really good. Hopefully I'm gonna get a sample soon, and then I'll tell you if it is as good as I think it is. And number 3, it's an MX410 with some mesh and 4 included 120mm fans, which is pretty much why it's at this level, because that's like 500-600 Rand worth of value. So you're buying a tempered glass side panel case for 300-400 Rand effectively. Very good bang for buck here from all the Cougars, and with all the RGBness and a proper setup on the front as well, like with that intake. If you're doing like a mid-range build inside of this puppy, well, like I say, mid-range, because the only thing is the GPU length, which I believe is over here, should be 270. Yeah, you see, if you're gonna have a radiator and stuff, 300mm even, it seems like a lot until you get like a 3070, and then you're just like, well, it's just not. So mid-range sort of setups, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's got standoffs as well that raise it just a bit off the desk to aid even more with that intake, so that your power supply can breathe nicely. Like, it's very well thought out. It's got all of the things I like to see. Power supply shroud with a cutout, so you can flex if you've got 1,000 watt like your boy, then you can. But mid-range, think air cooling. It's going to be very good for that. It's got dimensioning and everything for the water cooling and the spaces and stuff, especially at the top here. I found when I built in it at the top, there was really good clearance on it. Even though it does have all of that, this for me is a really good air cooling case because of the base setup. You throw in another 120mm and you're done. And that's literally all the cooling you're going to need. At number 2, I'm probably going to go and buy one of these on Saturday because the price is just ridiculous. 1,800 Rand for 1 TB SSD. Yes, that's a 1 TB SSD. It always hurts because I paid like 400 Rand less than that for a 120 gig, like when they first started coming out. So yeah, and that didn't have a 5-year warranty on it either. Western Digital, just thank you. This is a great deal. I appreciate you. And finally, at the number 1 spot, it's an Intel upgrade kit. So here's the thing, right? With this new 500 series chipset that Intel's on, and with everything they've done with their 6 and 8 core processors, these are actually a steal. You're getting extra cores over Team Red for the same money. This is what blows my mind. This particular bundle, I just love tough motherboards. That's primarily one of the reasons that I chose it. The other is because, yes, it's an 8-core 16-thread processor. So you can stream, you can develop, you can game, everything. They got the TDP down as well, so it's gonna, well, I know it is a lot easier to keep cool than the 10th gen stuff. Good 3200 megahertz RAM. You can do a little upgrade on it as well. Over here, I believe for 116 you can go to 32 gigs RAM with an 8-core 16-thread. It's gonna absolutely fly. And like I said, this tough motherboards, well, in general, I'm just so in love with everything Asus Tough right now, because they dialed back the extra yellowness, okay, made it a little bit more flat and stuff with this cool like Tough logo and everything. That I like where the styling has gone to, but most importantly, the feature set. The feature set is really good. It's more or less what like the Prime Pro was in the old days, but now it's like in the Tough branding section. And this is my absolute favorite point to buy it, especially with Asus, because look at the port setup. All right, you're getting enough USB for days, you're getting the Type-C, but you also get HDMI display. So later, if you want to turn this into a media center PC, that's, let's be honest, that's often the end of most high-end and mid to high-end systems. They become like overkill media PCs. This is perfect. Optical out, dual NVMe storage setup. And this has got the new PCI Express Gen 4 capabilities. And this has also got the RAM overclocking capability, so you can actually set the XMP on it now, whereas you would only be able to do that on Z590. So they've updated all of that, and well, also pretty damn good power phasing on this board by the looks of things. So they've updated it to the point that you get all of the, it's 8+1, which is perfect for a 65 with TDP chip. But you're getting all of the premium feature set that you really want with the Intel processor. And the thing is, the K series processors are overclockable, but they are already so near the limit. Even if you put a 360 more rad on them, your performance increases are like not that much. So just get the normal like 11700 with this, with 32 gigs RAM. You are gestalling 12 out of 10, and you're getting basically 2 cores and 4 threads versus the competition for free right now. And that is all I have for you in this top 10, guys. Be aware though, there is GPU stock, and I've been told that it is going to be getting considerably better towards the end of September. So a month from now, we're going to have a lot more supply, and these prices should get even more aggressive. But if you're looking for something and you don't know what to get, this would have been the one. The 6600 XT right now is basically a 2060 Super, but look at how aggressive that pricing was. Unfortunately, lower end stuff, even the 1650, it's not at the greatest price right now, but it's good enough. Like, it'll still run games a lot. You can think of it as more or less like a 1060 3 gig is basically the level that this will produce. But yeah, when these are in stock, definitely this is what you want to go for right now. Price versus performance is really solid. And then if you're looking at a bit more premium, think well, AMDs right now are just very well priced because they haven't been hit by like premiums and, you know, scalping and that sort of stuff as much as the Nvidias, as you can see based on the pricing here. So, but yeah, look, things are going to get better. We're going to get through this together. I believe in you. Until next time, see you on the flip side. At number 3, we got to give some love to the Cougars. I can't say that.